This week, we talk about sugar hiding in your food. Also, we'll talk about rising meat prices, look at some celebrity weight loss transformations, and hear about a woman who claims her dog is vegan. Let's get into it. I'll give you one guess how that turned out.
I'm leaving. I'm kidding. I quit. A dog? Jesus.
For those listening, Dewey just was going to storm off at the mere mention of a vegan dog. We'll get to that, though.
The vegan dogs. That, you know what? That signifies? That signifies that the vegan extremists have officially jumped the shark. That's it.
Right.
They're just all out of stupid shit to say, so they're going to wear a leather jacket and jump a shark.
The dog would eat shark before we'd eat a salad.
Right.
But we'll get to that. It's one of the funniest videos I've seen in a long time. All right. Well, welcome to the show where two dummies with mics comment on nutrition and fitness news.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that was a a comment on the YouTube channel.
No, it's my self-assessment. You know what I thought we should have called the show was Meatheads. Because how funny, because of the double meaning.
Oh, look at you.
Right? Because we eat a lot of meat and meatheads, but I didn't want to call myself a meathead yet. I don't think I've earned the meathead title yet. I gotta get.
You gotta add.
I gotta get wider.
You gotta add to your bench.
Yeah, right. Nobody with a 155, 4 sets of 155 is gonna be called a meathead yet.
4 sets of 155. How many reps?
10 reps. It's not horrible.
That's slightly better than my shoulder press.
Yeah, we did look up that up, and I was in the good range. Wasn't elite.
My 10 rep max shoulder press, strict shoulder press, is 145.
Right, that's good.
But I'm a meathead.
You're a meathead. See, you get the meathead badge for that.
Right.
I don't get to be a meathead yet. Okay. So first thing I wanted to look at. Well, I saw this. I always like to start with some funny stuff. So I saw this funny meme here, and it says, for those listening, if you cut out, this is a good life hack. If you cut out 500 calories a day between now and Thanksgiving, you can eat 28,000 calories on Thanksgiving.
Here's a spoiler alert.
Any problem with that?
Spoiler alert. I'm going to anyway.
Any problem with that logic?
Maybe.
See, I like that.
You know what, though?
They're thinking.
They should. You know what?
Thinking outside the box.
But you know what? 500 calories a day is a pound a week.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really all that extreme.
No, not at all. But I like how they just did the math.
Right. So
it's going to stockpile it all for one day.
So probably what they're trying to say is, well, that's a strategy I use with people.
Oh, yeah.
Because you got Thanksgiving coming up.
Yep.
Burn the bird right away Thursday morning. Let's go to the 5K. And then leading up to that day, let's cut them by 500 more extra a day.
And you know why that's actually not that, I mean, this is obviously ludicrous, but
yeah,
but what's actually good about this is, that if you cut out, let's say 500 a day for 3,500 a week for a pound of fat loss or being in a caloric deficit, you can't possibly in one day eat all that back. If it's Thanksgiving and it's like once every 3 months or whatever. That's why you have your target days on the calendar.
Exactly. Precisely why I say give yourself the holidays and your birthday.
Because you can't possibly...
Nope. Impossible.
Eat your way back out of that hole.
Impossible. And then if you eat yourself out of the hole, then you're not just limiting it to those days.
Right, exactly.
Yep. And if you say you are, well... You can say whatever you want, but when you wake up in the morning and brush your teeth, that person looking back at you knows.
Right. And if you're wearing your sweatshirt to bed, you're probably chubby.
Oh, I remember the fat days when I just prayed for cold weather.
Well, right now being October and it's still 80 out. It's great. It's great for people that are in shape.
I don't like it.
But all the
I don't like
the Trubsters are like, I need some sweatshirt weather, damn it.
Right. Some hoodies, some baggy hoodies. And then do this old trick where you put your hands in the front of the hoodie and just walk around holding your shirt out.
So they don't have any droop.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff. All right. Okay, so I wanted to show this. Now, you brought up this
Yes.
Celebrity transformation. This
And
is
I
kind
have
of one of these just weight loss.
It's kind of
slideshows.
neat. It's kind of, just, I don't know.
We're just going to comment as we look through these and just make quick comments on what we notice.
There is a deeper point I want to make.
Sure. So we'll look at the slideshow here. So for those that are listening, okay, now this one is ridiculous because
She's got to be pregnant.
she's pregnant on the left. So come on.
That's bullshit.
This is just dumb.
You leave Kim alone.
Yeah. So I'm just going to completely skip over her.
As stupid as that show is and just that whole aura that surrounds that whole lifestyle.
Yep.
She's stupid hot.
Oh, yeah. There's no, well, that's why she's famous.
I think it's her butt.
It's a contributor. Okay, Drew Carey's the next one. Now he actually slimmed down.
He looks
pretty
good,
right?
too.
He looks good.
He looks
you know healthier, just
what?
like less chubby.
You know what the cool part is he's smiling in both pictures.
Right. So it's actually like a apples to apples, or I should say,
it's
a donuts to apples comparison.
But he's smiling in both pictures, meaning, you know what? My life's better now that I'm skinny.
Yeah.
But I wasn't miserable when I was fat.
No, he was a
I still
comedian.
enjoyed life. Right.
In fact, I would theorize that losing weight and becoming a better looking comedian probably hurts you.
Oh, for sure. Well, you get stereotyped or blackballed or whatever, or typecast.
Because imagine Chris Farley being like ripped and in shape and stuff.
Well,
that would be weird.
Oh,
right?
it's coming up.
Well, right.
Yeah. So
it just doesn't work because the reason he's funny is because he's so ridiculously big.
And I don't know if this guy's on here in the slideshow, but
Willie Williams
the kid from
oh, here's one.
Chris Pratt's a good one.
This. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I stomped all over your point there.
No.
You say the kid from something. Well, he's coming up in the later.
From Mallrats.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, we'll get to him. Okay, so Chris Pratt. Now, we've talked about him before, but this is a perfect example of what the kids call the glow up.
Right.
Where he just got more handsome.
Oh, unbelievable. It doesn't look like the same person.
His face, you went from chubby dude to like model hot, and that face was under there. All it did was just chisel his face more because he removed the fat, and it revealed his cheekbones and his jawline.
I experienced that when I was super heavy.
Oh.
And I lost all that weight. I'm not on Chris Pratt's level, obviously, but I did get man, you were horrible looking.
Right.
And then, sorry. At best, you were extremely unfortunate looking.
Right.
And then now
it's worse.
And I lose weight, and it's like, I guess not.
Yeah, you're not as repulsive as I thought.
Right. But look at Chris on the left. He's just a dude referring back to last week's show. He's walking on the street on the left.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, he's not.
And if on the right, chicks,
they're going to stop.
they're like run into the light. They're going to look. They're going to run into the light pole.
Yeah. And he's not any taller.
Right.
It's not about height.
His hair's better.
He's
got a little tan.
But he got the broad shoulders and he got the chiseled, healthy looking face.
Right.
He kind of looks, he's got a Tom Brady thing going.
Sure.
Right?
Yep.
Tom Brady, another example. I don't know if he's on this list.
Oh, his dopey rookie picture.
Look at when he's like a rookie and he's kind of chubby before he leaned out and figured, eating salmon and salad all day was better.
Then
he gets lean and he looks like a model.
Right.
Versus kind of a chubby dude. Yeah. He's probably the same weight.
That's chicken wings and beer.
Yep.
Versus CrossFit and...
Ooh, this one, Trumley. You guys watch Pawn Stars.
I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, so he was just a super tubby guy on Pawn Stars. he looks way better, lost weight. Doesn't say how any of these people lost this weight, so we don't know what's going on. We're just commenting. Mariah Carey, now, who knows with her either?
She's kind of a dime either way.
Yeah. She was pretty big, though, for a while there.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, Alec Baldwin. This one, it was unfortunate when he got all beefy, fat looking, because he was really a good looking dude. The classic leading man, chiseled features, and even at his age, he can
for sure
be strikingly handsome. Which when he lost,
he's got that madman look going on.
Right. He got that back when he dropped the weight.
Now on the left, it looks like he hauls those Walmart trailers. That's his headset. He's talking to dispatch.
Oh, why did they even show her?
Well, good for her. She looks better. Not terribly.
I just can't stand the look of her face. Oh, Christina Aguilera. Okay, now this is another one where she was pregnant a lot. So, like when she's on The Voice and stuff.
That's below the belt.
It's kind of hard to,
That's below the belt.
But if that's her now, I mean, that is pretty dramatic.
And is she?
Because she looks like she was 18 again.
Is she 40 yet?
She's got to be.
I know Brittany.
Because she's been around
Brittany's
since...
not. How is that even possible?
Well,
she's only like 38 or something.
Yeah, both these girls have been around since the late 90s.
Right.
Of course, they were teenagers then, so that's crazy.
True.
So, okay, this next one. Let's see here. Well, Christian Bale, okay, I don't even count him because he gains and loses 50 pounds for every movie. So
both of those were for roles.
Yep, exactly. And he looks really good in the Batman ones.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was in shape.
And the
put some muscle on.
The American Psycho.
Oh, yep, exactly. Yeah. So Christian Bale, man. That's going to take some toll on you, though, after that many years of doing that.
No. This is the one guy who can get away with not getting typecast.
Now, here's, Zach Galifianakis. Okay. Now, when he was in The Hangover, here's a shot in The Hangover. He's the tubby guy. And he looks good. I mean, he looks healthy.
Yeah.
Definitely looks svelte.
He looks older, but he is. And that movie is, 15 years ago now?
Here's one where I'll argue that it hurt his career, though.
I don't think it did.
Because he can't be the dopey. Like, if he was to The Hangover now and he can't be the... Part of him being dopey is that he's overweight.
But he can act through it.
Yeah, he's
super talented. Have you seen Behind Two Ferns?
He just said, "Oh yeah,"
a cry laugh.
But if they did The Hangover now, I don't think they would choose him because he can't be as dopey without the.
But they could because they could they wouldn't choose him not knowing who he is.
Right.
Sure. Fair. Oh, without a doubt. Because you don't wear that shirt unless you look like that underneath it.
Right. You can't be looking almost as good as Bradley Cooper.
Right.
Kelly Osbourne. See, Kelly Osbourne now she's got such a round face that if she puts any weight on, it doesn't look attractive. So she's got to almost be like hyper thin, which I don't know. I guess this is her now, but she looks pretty good.
Yeah, but that was her.
Yeah, that wasn't a good
Panic
before
at
picture.
The Disco, everything. I hate everything.
Right. Now, Melissa McCarthy, okay. This gal has always been pretty big. She looks good.
She looks good. She just reminded me of one that better be on here.
She did an all liquid diet that lost her 70 pounds in 4 months. Whoa.
And guess what? She didn't die. Al Roker. That's one of the most famous ones. And he's kept it off.
Yeah. He's one where he doesn't look that good, though. This picture looks really good.
But he doesn't. He looks sickly.
Yeah, when you see him on TV, he looks pretty droopy. But and I don't know how you avoid that. He had gastric bypass, though, too. So,
but, yeah, you also have to have
we've talked about
skin
that.
tucks.
Yeah. Oprah, I mean, come on. She's probably this big again, though. I mean, she's like Oprah of yo-yos. Big time.
She's probably AI anyways. Is she even a real person?
It's just been replaced by a robot. Kirstie Alley. Ooh, this was she fell pretty far. I don't know when this picture's from, but I swear she looks more like that recently. But that was a big drop off from the 80s, that's for sure. Did you ever watch that Honey Boo Boo show?
I've seen scenes as I came through the house in passing.
Never seen it, but yikes.
Sometimes it's not just the weight.
Oh, here we go. Seth Rogen. This is another.
He didn't struggle either.
This is another one where
he acted his way through it.
He did, but he's much funnier when he's fat. I got to say it.
Really?
Yeah, it's just more hilarious to look at. Don't you laugh at every fat person that walks by? Do we?
No, usually I feel sorry. I try not.
I try
not to let him see.
Well, Ricky Lake, she's still around. Wow. There's a glow up right there. Look at that face.
What you need to do is get yourself a degree.
Look how chiseled her face is.
Right.
Compared to before.
Yeah, now she looks like Celine Dion.
Yeah, right? I mean, it's like, wow, it's Celine Dion when she was at a healthy weight.
Right.
Yeah, right. Well, I think we've seen enough of those.
That's it?
But there's more, but I mean, do you want to go through 40 of these things?
No, but I want to see the most important one, which is...
What was yours?
That's a big one, too, pun intended.
Yeah.
Let's
go through real quick.
Oh, what's her name? She's super funny. And have you ever seen Pitch Perfect? She was Fat Amy. I mean, that was her character's nickname.
Oh, no.
Tip of my tongue. Everyone.
There's the kid from Entourage.
Everyone's. Oh yeah. Turtle.
Yep.
It's gonna kill me now. When I hear it, you're gonna go, "Oh, duh."
Well, here, let me just use the Google machine.
That's what I'm doing right now. Rebel Wilson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, have you seen her lately?
Well, we're going to look her up right now on the Google machine.
You don't autocomplete? What kind of outfit is this?
I'm just trying to.
Look at her now, like all the way on the right there.
Okay, yep. Okay, yep. She's 6 pounds from her goal weight.
I mean, she was always a pretty girl, but she's
Rebel Wilson fit Amy.
She's turning into a rocket. I mean, look at some of her current pictures.
Well, let's see if they show.
Oh, you got to clickbait Instagram. Load. Right.
Blah, blah, blah. Go away.
Well, if you just go back to the pic,
let's just look here. Okay. Yeah, so. Yeah.
There's one.
There's one there.
Yeah. Like that.
And this is where she's pretty big here.
Right.
Pretty big.
And if you scroll down a little bit, there's got to be some more current, not in that one.
Yeah, these are the old ones, yeah.
And her current, she had one on Instagram the other day. And I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, and you wonder, well, like some of these people definitely, like you said, like Al Roker and the gastric bypass especially, have to really do some skin stuff.
Oh, right.
Tidy
that
up.
might be one right there on the left, right
this
there.
One here?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, look at that. She's like getting ready to box. Crazy.
Yeah, that's a big one. No, what was the other one that I said better be on here and it wasn't? Oh, the kid from, he was in.
Oh, Ethan Suplee?
Yeah.
Let's look up him.
Good pull on that name. I never would have guessed that in a million years. He was from My Name is Earl, too.
Right. Here, let's pull up some images. Okay.
Good Lord.
Yeah, right.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Come on.
I mean, yeah. Holy crap.
Right there, he couldn't tie his shoes. Right on the right, he could tie you in a knot.
From 550 to 255. That's in half.
Look at the one below there.
When he's less than
that
half.
one. Holy shit.
So he dropped his weight by half.
There's no way he's not typecast now. Look, holy balls. Look at that Remember the Titans one.
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, I know. Crazy. Yeah, I mean, his gut was massive. He looks like a just jacked up stud now.
Unreal.
Yeah. And he definitely is putting the work in.
Oh, I follow him on Instagram.
Well, that's one of the reasons he doesn't look
grinds.
sickly. He doesn't look sickly is because he's building muscle.
Right.
It's not just shrinking in size.
Yep.
He's actually putting muscle on.
Because what happens when you lose muscle?
You die.
Correct. So these people who just get the gastric bypass and drink smoothies all day.
Yep.
And don't
liquid diet.
pick up a weight.
Right.
They're going to look like just kind of withery, kind of.
Yeah, you look kind of sickly and droopy and everything else. So that's that.
What else you got?
It's kind of fun to look at celebrity transformations.
It is.
Okay.
Just if you get time or if you're on the shitter or you got time waiting in the doctor's office or something, just Google, or not Google, go on Instagram and then search hashtag transformation.
Oh, right.
Transformation Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's the big one. Oh, they're so awesome.
It's fun to see.
It's so unbelievably inspiring.
You're right. I think people need to see examples so that they know that it's possible.
Yep.
I think that's so huge. That's why data, and when people look at studies and data, they just go, just. But if you see one person and you go, this person did this and look at them now, and that's so much more powerful.
Write this down. Jay crushes it or Jay crushing. Let's do it. You got Instagram up there. Pull that up and type in Jay crushes it or crushing it. I've been actually talking to this guy. I'm trying to get him on the podcast. Right there, second one.
Jay crushes it. Okay.
Yep.
Is he a weight loss?
Yeah.
Massive transformation.
Scroll down.
Okay, starting weight 480.
480.
7,120. Current weight 260. 10,121. Wow.
And guess
so he
why
lost
he
220 pounds.
And see, followed by me. That's the only person that follows him.
Right.
But here's the thing. You got to listen to his story.
Okay.
His fiance said, "You're a piece of shit," and dumped him and ran off.
Whoa.
That's how he looked.
Whoa, dude.
Or this one right here. Look at that middle one.
Yeah. Holy crap. Wow, dude. That's crazy.
And now he's got pictures of like snowboarding and doing shit he never could do before.
Well, yeah. I mean, how could you? I mean, if you tried to snowboard before, it would just be a snowball going down the hill, or it'd be an avalanche.
You couldn't stand.
Holy crap, dude.
Yeah, he's a good follow. Good story.
Jay crushes it. I'll put the link. Put the link in the old show notes for everybody.
Yeah, he's a good follow. He's inspirational, and he has a great story. And guess what else? He doesn't sell anything.
It's just for the love of the game, baby.
He gets hit up all the time to like, actually, will you sell our protein powder? And he's like, no.
Well, if he didn't use it too,
and he did,
he'd feel like a scammer if he didn't use that to get skinny. Then how can you sell it after the fact? All right. Well, I want to bring up this story here. I saw this in our local news here, which is kind of interesting. Talking about demand for meat causes continual rise in price. Now, here's one of these unintended consequences of just the way the world's been lately, too. Mm-hmm. So beef prices have increased 0.6%. 0.6.
Jesus. So has anybody
Panic!
put a pen to that and actually illustrated what it means for a pound of burger?
Yeah, it's not too crazy yet.
What's
but
6 cents on a dollar?
Yeah, it's not a good trend, though. I saw a funny meme where it showed a tiny little like styrofoam thing with a finger holding it, and it said, "What are you guys complaining about? Hamburgers is same price per package as it was last year,
right?"
But it's a tiny little morsel. So, yeah, but this is, to me, not to tinfoil hat it, but this to me is a end result of all the anti-meat propaganda out there.
You think so?
I think so.
I think it's a result from people who can't find truck drivers.
Oh, that stuff.
Yeah, there's all sorts.
That's probably the immediate reason.
Huge bottleneck.
But when I see this stuff, it makes me freak out because I think, this shit's happening. It's happening. I saw another story too that I don't have the link, but just in passing, talking about, I think it was on CNN, saying some scientist was saying the only way like to support the population growth that we have is to reduce meat consumption and not destroy the earth, and all the same arguments we always hear.
Right.
Is we must, reduce meat consumption, and the only way we're going to be able to feed the population is by generating meat with either fake cells or out of plants, which we've debunked many times.
Right.
How the row crop stuff is not any better for the environment than cows sitting on pastures.
So, yeah, I don't care how many times a cow farts; it's not more than the exhaust from a diesel tractor.
Right.
Never.
Right.
But here's the argument would be, but there's not billions of tractors. But anyways, I live this every day for my day job.
Egg.
Well, no, just
egg stuff.
Supply demand.
Oh, right.
And in supply demand, what's going on here is, let's see, that the guy that quoted in the story I just saw briefly was Prime Cut
Traveling
Meats.
meat vendor.
Prime Cut Meats.
Oh, yep.
So here, let's just say my day job is cogs and sprockets. Mm-hmm. Well, right now in the supply chain, there's a huge bottleneck for everything.
Right.
Doesn't matter what it is, including
my buddy works for a grain bin maker, and he said the same thing for steel.
Terrible. Yeah. So let's just say it's cogs and sprockets. Well, I find out that there's a global shortage of cogs, and I go look back on my shelves, and I got lots of cogs.
You're like, time to make a pretty penny.
Exactly.
Yep.
So it's not like, well, I can't get them, so Josh, you're going to have to pay more for this cog. It's like, no, I got them.
Right.
This is what they're going for.
What will the market bring?
You're going to pay that.
Yep.
And Josh does.
Yep.
That's what's making it go up.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I think that's definitely in the short term what's happening.
But eventually I'm going to run out of those cogs.
Right. Yeah, for me, it's just scary more long term what's going to happen if the, plant-based meat and the make meat from fake cells in the lab contingent gets more popularity.
I would fear it if I thought it would happen, but it's not going to.
I hope you're right.
There's too many people who don't. It's quackery you're hearing in an extremely loud minority.
Let's hope so. Well, and speaking of that,
however, I am seeing a lot of people eating more vegetables. I mean, just leaning more vegetarian.
Well, it's funny because we live in the upper Midwest, which is like meat heavy,
right?
Meat heaviest portion of the country. If you go, like, I'm in a lot of these carnivore groups. There's dudes in California like, I'm the only one. Like everybody I know is vegan or basically plant-based.
Right.
You know, so
like
they're an island.
I'm friends with a former Gopher and NFL football player on Facebook, and he recently just posted that he's down from 255, I want to say, to 220 in like 4 months. And he said, by being his exact words, 70% vegetarian.
Right.
And then the other 30% has been lean meat sources.
Yeah. Kind of the Tom Brady method.
Or the Ted Naiman.
Right.
I mean, because calorically speaking, that smaller amount of meat.
Higher in calories.
Right.
Yep.
So his plate and its overall consumption.
His plate is 70-30 plants meat, but the calories is the other way.
It's right. Yep. Right.
Makes sense. And high satiety.
For sure.
Eating that plate,
if he had just a plate full of vegetables, he'd eat again in 4 minutes.
Now, the problem, exactly. And the problem is when they go that extra 30% of the way to vegetarian or vegan.
I just don't get it.
And then they just start getting injured, losing muscle mass.
Right.
And they're next thing you know, they're Cam Newton out of the NFL.
They're getting cut.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of the fact that there's not any, or that the vegans are the quacky, loud minority, we're about to watch one right now.
But you paused it where she's laughing, and the dude in the middle is like, "What the fuck?"
This story is so funny. Okay, we're just gonna watch this and react. All right.
Vegetarian who's been training her dog to be a vegetarian. I think we should all pay very close attention to this. Have a look.
So some of you just don't believe that my dog's a vegetarian, so I have this set up right now for you guys to see. We have this really gross, it's like a beef, like dog food.
No, it's liver.
And then I have this delicious green salad. So I'm gonna bring her out and we're gonna see which one she likes. Also, my dog is very healthy. She loves greens, she loves her salad, and I don't force her to eat her salad. It's what she likes. Come here, okay. Okay, so this is Bonnie. She is my little vegetarian.
Why does it display shit over the top? Get out of here with that.
Can't you X that out?
No, because in stupid YouTube, when you can put cards on the end of your videos, like we do on ours. If you watch on YouTube, you can subscribe and click a playlist, and it plays for the last portion of the video.
Oh. So what does...
So I don't know how the hell to get it out of the way.
What does Beauty eat?
Well, you can still see it. Okay, here's the dog. All right. Yep. So we're just going to ignore the stupid thing that I put in here.
Okay. Now, no. Don't eat that. No. Eat that salad.
Shut up.
Do we need the salad? Here, pick one. No.
Oh, shit.
That's the best thing
that's
ever.
Funny.
Okay.
Gotta watch that again.
So this is Bonnie. She is my little vegetarian.
So what does she do when the camera's not rolling?
No, don't eat that. No.
The dog's literally like, fuck you, bitch.
Right.
I'm eating this freaking meat.
Right.
This may be ground up horse. I don't care.
Right.
And he didn't even glance at the salad.
He's still not. She's trying to force his snout into it, and he's just like, what? I piss in this. Quit.
Oh, God, that made me laugh. Holy shit.
That's funny.
And I mean, I don't even know how this video got out there because, like, why would she?
I don't think she submitted it. Somebody grabbed it before she got to delete it.
But
see, I don't fucking trust anything on the internet.
You just think it's a scammer.
She's just like, she knew the result. She's not even a vegetarian.
It's a troll.
Right.
Yeah, it could be a troll, but
brilliant if that's the case.
Right. That's funny.
Because I'm going to just make vegans look like idiots.
Although she does have the classic vegan haircut.
Maybe, but she looks actually rather healthy. So
Right. And then the dog's like, fuck you, bitch. I ain't going near this
But
shit.
when I was cooking up beef liver one time, I had some of the ends that felt kind of mushy.
God.
So I was like, ugh. So I threw them in the dog's bowl. They wouldn't touch them. Nope. They went
That's weird.
and they backed away.
So then it's funny because right after I watched this, I was cooking some chuck steak on the grill and just had some bones with a bunch of fat on it. Threw it to my dog that we're fostering and it just freaking wolfed it down. I mean,
for
it's
sure.
so innate. Like last week we were talking about evolution. I mean, it's just pure animal instinct. They know this is going to feed me. This is nutrition right here. You know, I'm going to wolf this shit
That
down.
reminds me, I
I couldn't
this
even get a
morning-
picture of it.
Right.
It was a big ass bone. And before I got my camera out, it was gone.
That's funny.
I mean, it's like, give me this shit. And if I put a bowl of salad down, they'd kick it over walking by.
That reminds me of a TikTok I just saw today where this German Shepherd's walking down the driveway of like it's like on a farm.
Yeah.
Or like a gravel driveway. And the guy's videoing and he's walking up and he goes, hey. And the dog turns around. He's got a chicken in his mouth. And it's still alive and he goes like this.
Live chicken?
He goes, puts it down, the chicken walks away.
Like he's going to saunter off with it
Oh,
and
he
just
got-
go eat it in the
he's
woods.
like, shit.
Busted.
It's so funny.
Meanwhile, it didn't eat all that grass it was walking on.
Right.
It was just there for the eating.
Yeah.
But it didn't eat it. I don't know why. Well, actually, that brings us back to the protein leverage hypothesis, right?
Yeah. Gonna keep eating.
The dog eats one chicken, it's satisfied, got enough protein. It could eat all day on the lawn and never be satisfied.
Right.
So they know better than to do that.
I also have a video of a deer eating a rabbit. Like
What?
Just like chewing.
Deers eat. I
Yep.
thought deers were.
It's eating a rabbit. I'll send it to you.
I mean, I know nothing about
Live.
the deers.
Oh no, they're ruminants. They're chambers, 4 chambers, stomachs.
So they're like cows.
Yeah.
So they typically eat
Correct.
grass and shit, right?
I think they're ruminants. They have 4 stomachs, and I don't. Maybe not.
I didn't think deers were carnivore. Oh, I better
don't know.
I better Google machine it.
All right, you do that.
Trying to watch it autocomplete.
I gotta
Deer
let
carnivore.
my zipper down.
Okay. White-tailed deer are considered herbivores and subsist on a diet of readily available plants, including twigs, fruit, nuts, alfalfa, and the occasional fungi.
Yeah, I knew this.
Deers may pursue flesh because they lack minerals like phosphorus, salt, calcium, especially in the winter months when plant life is scarce. So they're the opposite of us.
Right.
They'll eat plants preferably, and then only eat some dirty ass rabbits if
when
they
they're
have to.
when they're short.
If they're
right.
starving.
Right.
Whereas like for us, we'll eat meat first and then we'll eat plants as survival food.
Correct.
All right. Interesting. I did not know that. Okay, well you sent me this video.
Was that your?
You sent me this video the other day and this shit made me laugh. Oh my God. What the That's gross.
Just
dude.
hammering away?
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, there's a deer just munching on a freaking rabbit there. So you sent me this video,
Oh,
which
this guy's
made me
awesome.
chuckle. Okay, this guy's on Instagram and he is Liver King.
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna watch.
Former Navy SEAL.
Yeah, I don't know how to make this play, but let's see if I can get it to play here. So this is the raw testicle challenge.
Can you
Okay.
just click it?
Yeah, but it didn't.
Oh yeah, you gotta turn the sound on. Turn this.
See what the fuck? Play, you bitch. All right, let me try this.
Oh, there you go.
Big.
Ben Greenfield and Josh Bridges. All you have to do is eat some raw testicle, and in fact, I'm even gonna send it to you, sashimi style. So if you can, get it on video, post it to your Instagram so we can see it. Here's how you do it.
A little bit of salt.
Take a little bit of salt,
Look at this guy.
Look at
take
whatever.
a little bit of olive oil if you wanna make it extra tasty. Just take a handful of raw testicle. Let's get all of it. And then down the hatch. Oh, wow. I'm telling you.
He's lying.
That's it. Never king out.
Now, does he? Now, when you sent me this, what did I text you back? I
Nose
said,
the testicle.
when I text you back, I said, I said, I'll lick balls. That's where I draw the line.
Yep.
Now, do you think he's actually enjoying that, or is he just being a badass? Or does he literally think it tastes good, or does he just know it's so good for you that he's willing to eat it?
Or is he so? Because if you follow him, if you look into him, he doesn't even eat meat. He doesn't
It's all
eat
organs, right?
All organs, no flesh, and his palate is probably so fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
They might be good.
Or so fine-tuned, he would say.
Maybe.
So dialed in.
Yep. But dude, you're still eating balls. I don't know. Maybe he's right.
No, I think
Maybe we're crazy.
I don't disagree. I'm sure they're chock full. Well, we know they're chock full of stuff.
But here's the question.
I just mentally, for me, it's
Mentally-
tough. I can't even do raw like liver. The other video he sent, he was eating raw liver
Like
out of the freaking
like a
package.
hamburger.
Oh God.
But he goes into detail in later clips on Instagram about making sure you know exactly where it came from. Like you can talk to the rancher who grew that cow. If not, freeze it for like 60 days.
Just to kill any weird
And then eat it raw.
weirdness.
But
So he says in his thing, I believe in eating nose to tail. You think our ancestors skipped the testicles? After a long hunt, I believe they devoured every last bit. Makes sense. I mean, if you think about it, if you're a caveman, you're going to like just leave some meat sitting there? No. You're going to chow down on those balls.
right. But he goes into, look how jacked he is.
Yeah, I know. The guy's just, I mean, he's got the weird thing where his
Well, because he's strong.
Right.
It's not for show.
he's not, he doesn't have male model abs. He has like a fuck
300
you up abs.
300 abs.
Yeah, exactly. Like he could throw a spear a long way.
He throws a spear in one of his videos. He goes, because it just makes me feel manly. So he's throwing this spear at the like a bow archery target, and it's a deer, and he's throwing it.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he goes through, but he eats carbs.
He's never not hard.
Right.
His dick is just
Right.
just pounding railroad ties in. Wow.
Poor wife.
Yeah,
he eats carbs. He eats raw maple syrup.
Oh, okay. Like
And-
straight, like actually, like bites into a tree.
Maybe
Just fucks up into a tree. Just
probably
give me that syrup, bitch.
Probably uses his penis, like you were saying. Instead of railroad ties,
a
he
hole.
just finds a maple tree. I'll get it. But he's a great follow. But he's relatively
He just
new.
wrings the tree out with his hands.
He's the new Chuck Norris.
Oh shit! Wow. So Liver King on Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's fun. A fun follow. I wish he
I
posted
better
more.
follow him there. I just did. Okay, I just followed that guy. All right, hilarious shit. Okay, good stuff. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about our topic this week, which is the top 5 hidden sugar
See what you got.
culprits. Okay, now I'll say one, and then you say one, then we'll go back and forth because I know we're gonna have some of the same ones.
Well, it's only 5, so we might not have doubled up.
We might not have, but I'm guessing we doubled up on. My guess is we doubled up on 2.
Think so?
Yep. So I'm going to say my first one.
Okay.
And these are kind of in order of least culprity to. I mean, you don't have to do them in order.
Oh, I might have sort of by default. I just went like this at my desk and tried to think.
Okay, for me, number 1, ranch dressing.
Fuck. Well, there's already one.
Is that one you had? See, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I looked up ranch dressing on
Cross that
My
off.
Fat Secret.
I put salad
no, it's-
dressing
Yeah.
because any of the
I guess,
processed
yeah,
blue
any of the
cheese
ones,
or
yeah.
Caesar, or they're full of sugar.
Well, and the problem. Okay, now let's look at the numbers here. So
Okay, that was hyperbole. They're not full of sugar,
Right.
But
now the funny thing is you look in My Fat Secret here, or fatsecret.com.
yep,
Regular ranch dressing, reduced fat ranch dressing, fat-free ranch dressing. As the amount of fat goes down, the amount of sugar content goes up because they replace that yummy fat with sugar. That's how they get you
with
to
yummy sugar.
Right. That's how they get you to tolerate.
It's got to be yummy,
right.
no matter what.
So the fat-free ranch dressing, you're like, ooh, fat-free, but they just replaced it with sugar. So is it any less detrimental? Not necessarily. So you got to, depending on what your goals are, obviously, we're just talking about having awareness here.
It's still the the word association with fat-free. People are like, well, I want to be that.
Exactly.
I want to be fat-free.
And where this comes in, and you've brought this up a few times, but when you're coaching people and they say, "Oh, I went to B-dubs," and you're like, "Did you count the ranch, bitch?" Mm-hmm. They're like, It's like, no, if you put it in your mouth, it goes in the sheet, right? So
Exactly.
ranch when you're eating wings, and so it's got the sugar and the carbs for the fat-free. Even if you think you're doing better, you got the 3.71 grams of carbs per 1 tablespoon.
Look at the difference in carbs between the fat-free and the regular.
Yeah.
There's your sugar.
Exactly. Yep. Completely. And then look at the serving size, 1 tablespoon. Okay, that's like 1 wing, right? So if you're
Not
eating
even
12
because
wings,
I use my flats because
Yeah.
I like flats, but I like the occasional drummy, but mostly flats.
yeah,
I'm not a wing nerd or anything, but I use that as a freaking shovel.
right. It's a ranch shovel,
Right. So there's probably get more than an actual tablespoon
yeah.
on 1 wing.
right? So then you're talking you're 12 tablespoons in. So if you got even with the fat-free ranch, you're 36 grams of carbs in 1 sitting.
Yep.
So, and if you're doing, Atkins or any type of low carb diet, you're trying to stay at like, I don't know.
That's why.
Atkins was 20 or less a day.
When I get
So you're way over that.
for sure. When I get my wings, I guess what I asked for? Whole fat blue cheese.
You found that to be the least offensive
Oh, yeah.
of the dressings.
Yep.
Whole fat blue cheese. There's your life hack, everybody. Okay.
I don't like blue cheese.
It's not bad though.
Oh, I love it.
All right, so that was my first one.
could
Now,
drink it.
now you give me one.
I'm going to go, since you stole my thunder on that one, I'm going to go milk.
Ooh, I had that.
You did?
Yep, that was my third one. In fact, here it is. Now I brought up skim milk just as a comparison.
Well, because it seems so healthy because it tastes like shit.
Well, right, because people pick the skim
Because it's a skim.
because they think
It rhymes with slim.
it's the healthiest rather than the whole.
Right.
But 11 grams of carbs in skim milk.
I'll
in
never
1
forget
cup.
when Mel was pregnant with Emmy, and he goes, "You got to get in some milk." She goes, "I'm not a milk
Because
drinker."
of calcium and protein.
Yeah,
and stuff.
for the baby.
Right.
For when Emmy is in there kicking around, being a little brat like she is now. And he goes, I go, yeah, and 2%. Because it's what I like.
Right.
I don't like skim. I like 2%
Yeah.
or whole milk if I
Yep.
had my druthers. But she goes, it's not as healthy. Skim milk's healthier. And I'm like, hogwash.
Your wife or the doctor?
Me.
Okay.
I said hogwash.
No, but who said it was healthier?
Mel.
Oh, okay. Right.
And I said, hogwash. That's just bullshit. Whatever. 2%'s fine. And he said, no, she's actually right. Fast forward to today. Fuck you, both of you.
It's 20 years ago. I was right, goddammit. But I'm totally over it. Definitely not holding a grudge.
Never think about it. But they think it's healthy because it's lower in calories.
Exactly.
Because there's more calories in fat. You
Yep.
take the fat out, there's going to be less calories.
Exactly. Yeah, so milk. And because it's funny because people associate just milk with a healthy option.
They should never.
That's
'Cause
one of the
it's
ones
not.
that
It's not. We're not baby cows.
a switch flip for me because I grew up thinking milk was healthier than water.
You want to break your bones?
Exactly. You
You want
need
a broken leg?
calcium.
You want a broken leg?
Yep.
Drink your milk.
Not
Finish your
knowing
milk.
The whole time that if I just chowed down on a bunch of balls,
Right.
I'd be healthy as hell.
Right? You look like that guy without it lifting any weights.
Funny thing was that guy was clean shaven earlier that day.
Right. It's just the sun.
He just ate
Just
some
walks
balls and
outside.
just sprouted a giant beard.
Like Santa Claus every time Tim Allen tried to shave it.
Exactly. Okay. So my
All right, what do you got?
My next one. Visual hint.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Coffee.
No. Coffee does not have sugar.
Right. But here's where it sneaks in.
When you order a
Who
milkshake, that's a milkshake.
This is a milkshake that drove by a coffee shop.
Right. Just brushed up against a coffee pot.
Right. But when people get coffee, they don't get black. Okay.
I do.
Typically.
Yeah.
Your average person, especially somebody struggling with weight, right? They're usually getting. Now, this one is See, I'm kind of a ninja with this shit, so I get the sugar-free.
Oh, get sugar-free coconut
vanilla
milk. Oh, yeah.
I got some heavy cream in here, though, so there's some calories in here. But
okay.
your average person goes to Starbucks or whatever, Caribou, and gets a tasty iced coffee beverage.
With whipped cream on
Holy
top.
shite. It's
Not only is
full.
it $19,
Right.
it's also 800 calories.
Now, here's the meme that I saw that sparked this whole episode. Now, apparently there's
I've seen
this
this,
Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin swirl frozen coffee with cream, 32 ounce.
But it sounds really good.
183 grams of sugar, equivalent to 17 donuts. Holy shit.
You know what the argument's going to be, though?
Well-
It's not the fat. It's not the fat in the drink.
Well, also 32 ounces is insane even for me.
Right.
But that's still a ridiculous.
But at least with the drink, the fucking jitters you're going to have. You're going to burn half of those calories just fidgeting at your desk.
Oh my God. Yeah, you can volunteer to be a paint shaker at Menards. Yeah, so this meme here, that this Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin swirl frozen coffee with cream, 32 ounce.
Not to shit on your pick,
How dare you?
but I thought it was too obvious.
Well, yeah, this one is extreme. But, okay, now let's look. Now, I just went to Fat Secret and pulled up McDonald's vanilla iced coffee just to pick a regular kind of coffee that somebody would actually get.
Sure, and that's misleading because the name. Because an iced coffee is just a cold brew coffee, black.
That's what it should be.
Right.
But the vanilla one is 29 grams of carbs. So there's over your Atkins level for the
day.
entire day in one medium beverage.
Right.
So boom. Busted. Sneaky sugar.
Lion asses. All right.
Okay, what's your next one?
Barbecue sauce.
Oh, dude.
Yes.
That was my fourth one. And I put barbecue sauce / wing sauce. So like any of the sauces you put on meat.
No ketchup and wing sauce. Buffalo sauce is no carb.
Not buffalo sauce.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
like, just
like
meat sauces is kind of what I meant.
Mango.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Just meat sauces, So let's look up those quick. Okay, so here's KC Masterpiece Barbecue Sauce. Now again, so carbs, 15 grams of carbs, 2 tablespoons. Well,
Which is not shit.
not shit.
I go like this on my plate.
Yeah,
And
if
it's
you're-
more than 2
Right.
tablespoons after I've already eaten half the jar.
Right. So if you've eaten, a normal serving of ribs, how many freaking tablespoons of sauce are on that?
Oh,
A lot more than 2.
quarter of the bottle.
Right. So for every 2 tablespoons, 15 grams of carbs per. Do that math. Again, you're way over. If you're trying to eat low carb, you're way over just on that one dish. And that's, not accounting for any other carbs during the day. So that's another sneak attack. So, what I've done is when I go to B-Dubs, I just get the dry rubs.
Oh, smart.
Because, that way you don't have any of the breading.
No, all you have to do, they don't do
deep-fried
breading.
breading,
They don't do breading when they deep fry them.
Right.
At B-Dubs.
And
Unless they're
of them-
boneless.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what restaurant. But
That's
yeah,
what I go, if I don't know where
the
I'm going,
boneless ones, yes, those are dangerous.
they're just fucking chicken nuggets for adults.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they are. But if I go somewhere I don't trust, like I trust Brick House and Moorhead,
Right.
because they're naked. B-Dubs are naked.
Yep.
The traditional bone-in are naked, which means they don't put them in a batter.
Yep.
But if I don't know the place and I just have a hankering, I'll say, do you put them in a batter? Or are they naked? And they say naked. I say, okay, I want traditional naked buffalo, true buffalo sauce.
Right, not the mango, sweet,
Yes,
honey,
yep.
maple, mango.
Exactly. Because basically
That's all sugar.
all buffalo sauce is
Tabasco and butter, right?
Frank's and butter.
Yeah.
Yep. And,
Yeah, that's safe. That on a naked wing, there's no carbs there.
And then whole fat blue cheese.
Right. That's as safe as you're going to get. And the carb content in that versus the boneless, battered
It's like 10 times.
with ranch.
Right.
The carb content is, multiples.
Well, there's hardly it's single digits for what I just ate.
So yeah, those
but-
kind of choices you make when you're going in a restaurant, those add up and they make all the difference.
Sure. You know what's more sneaky than the sugar in the wings though?
What?
The calorie per wing.
Oh yeah.
1 calorie. That's like a bite.
Yep.
But it's like 120
Yeah. That's
for
crazy.
one. It's easy to eat a dozen.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And plus, they're so tasty, too. That's the other problem.
1,200
Just
calories.
keep going. Like, what did you put on your Facebook the other day? How many wings could you eat in a sitting if you had to or whatever?
No, if you were really hungry,
Right.
how many wings do you think?
What
you
did I
could
say?
eat?
Like 21, and you were.
I said maybe 20 or 30. And you
What
said
were you-
31.
Oh, yeah. What was the average responses though? The people.
Some
gave?
dudes were off the charts, like 60.
60.
I was
That's like winning competitions level.
I'm like, I don't know about that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Give me a couple of Blue Moons or some Sam Adams and
Remove some inhibitions.
yeah, and you never know.
Yeah. All right. Okay. My last one, since you stole 2 of mine.
Sorry, dude. I have 2 more.
Orange juice.
That's a toughie though, because I was thinking added.
Well, here's the way I was looking at this challenge. People think orange juice is healthy.
Oh, okay.
But it's really completely fucking horrible.
Yeah, it is.
Because now, and we've gone back and forth on fructose, which is the sugar
Right.
that's in fruit. When you're eating an orange, you're getting all the nutrients and stuff that come along with the fructose. When you eat orange juice, all the good stuff is gone, and it's just the pure sugar in liquid form. So
Right.
you're getting a maximum amount of,
Yep.
of sugar. So let's look at that real quick. So, I mean, this is the highest number yet, 25.79 in 1 cup.
Oofta.
So in 1 cup, and
Well, there's a reason why if you know a diabetic and they're like, oh, I gotta shoot my insulin, and they hit like a vein or something, meaning just a direct fucking shot of insulin.
right.
What do you give them?
OJ.
Orange juice.
Yeah.
Orange juice.
Right?
My buddy was like that, and he goes, "Oh, I hit a vein," and he starts getting all queasy. He goes, "If I go down and I'm out, like funnel this orange juice into my mouth."
Wow.
I'm like, "Okay, so don't fucking do that."
Because it's so full of sugar that it'll instantly get them out of their insulin-induced coma.
Well, then it just matches. Yeah, it
Yeah.
just balances out, counters the other one.
So yeah, that tells you that if diabetics need the highest sugar content per ounce,
Yep.
and they say orange juice is it,
yep.
that tells you something right there. So yeah, here the in 1 cup, 25.79 grams of carbs. Now let me ask you this: if I said pour a glass of orange juice, it's going to be a hell of a lot more than a cup, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. It's going to be a glass.
Right, which is how many freaking cups. So you're at 100 grams in probably 1 glass, or 75, or somewhere in there.
100 would be a small glass. I mean, if I'm pouring a glass, it's probably this tall, like that big around.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, you just shot 4 days worth of carbs if you're doing low carb in 1 freaking glass. So yeah, orange juice and all the fruit juices are guilty of this because especially when they're trying to appeal to kids, they sweeten them up extra.
Right, and that's
You know?
I'm just laughing because I think and I think I've used
Well, like the
this.
70s, the part of a healthy balanced breakfast.
Right.
It's always the cereal, the
Right.
toast,
Right,
and the orange juice and a glass of milk.
with a chaser of insulin.
Nothing healthy on that whole freaking plate.
Right,
We've talked about that many times, but like
The,
last week, I had my kid eat eggs and bacon.
right.
Boom.
Perfect.
And water.
Remember the movie Jurassic Park? Mm-hmm. When they're in the Explorer and they're on the ride, and then the Explorer stops, and the lawyer's stuck with the kids,
Oh, yeah.
and they're fucking around with stuff in the back, and he's like, "What is this?" And the lawyer turns around and goes, "Is it heavy?" He goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "Then it's expensive. Put it down." And I always use that line with clients or kids, especially.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, "Oh, this is good," or "What is this?" And I'm like, "Is it good?" Then it's bad for you. Put it down.
Right.
If they go, "Yeah, it's really good," then it's bad for you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because if it's designed to be hyper palatable,
Yep.
which means super freaking good, then you're
It's
going to
definitely by
overeat it.
design. So I got
It's
two
fine. You got
left.
2 more? Okay. Let's hear 'em.
Because one, I'm just going to say quick, and we don't even have to talk about it because it kind of goes in line with the barbecue sauce. But a lot of people don't know ketchup,
Oh, yeah.
full of sugar.
Here, let's pull it up on the old Fat Secret. Ketchup. Okay.
Oh,
so
that one's not bad, but
15 calories and 1 tablespoon. Yeah, that one's
it's not as
not bad.
It's orange juice.
That one's not bad. But you just never know, like, what kind. I mean, you have to look at the labels. That's why
Right.
these nutrition facts are
Well,
helpful.
also the labels, but it's almost 4 grams of carbs. But on the label,
For 1 tablespoon.
well, but we're talking sugar. You were pointing out carbs. Go down to sugar.
Oh, right.
All the carbs are sugar.
Yep. No fiber.
Right.
Yep.
So, and what's the serving size?
1 tablespoon.
Who uses that?
Yeah, exactly.
And those are the sneaky things
That's
that
just
add
the
up.
stuff that falls out of your mouth.
Those are the sneaky things that add up in Fat Secret that people don't put in.
Yep.
So,
Right, because if somebody said, I had a burger, okay,
Right.
sure, meat, bun, whatever,
Right.
ketchup, did you add those into Fat Secret?
Yep.
Did you track those? Because
And for my final one, that might surprise people. I think it will.
what is it?
Some, but not all. Beer.
Ooh,
Like an IPA, or like the IPA and some of the ciders.
here, which one of these? Like here, IPA beer?
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at that. Ooh, 21.5. There it is. 206 calories in 1 bottle of 12 ounces of Goose Island IPA beer. 0% fat, 100% carbs, 0% protein. Yikes. Yeah, so you could pretty much give this to a diabetic if they're if an insulin-induced coma.
Yep. Now, search like the alcoholic ciders.
Oh, yeah, that sounds worse.
Those are so bad.
Call it hard
There you go.
cider. I think that's what they call it stuff,
Yep.
right? Crisp apple hard cider.
Well, that's not bad. 25.
25, though.
Yeah, that's surprisingly not bad.
180 calories, 25 grams of carbs, 0 protein, 0 fat. So it's just a straight shot. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have any OJ around and you're in an insulin-induced coma, reach for the hard cider or
Right.
the IPA. Yikes.
Yeah, that's what gets me because
Here, let's try this tapped maple hard cider. That one's got to be, it's only 17 grams.
yeah, how much is that?
And that's
too?
for a
It's-
bottle, too. So that's not,
Right.
that could be worse.
Right.
But still,
It's not a ton, but who thought that?
and who ate one? Or
Right.
who drinks one?
Right.
Who,
It's the same with Oreos.
nobody drinks one.
Nope.
One IPA.
I have either I ate one a beer. It's either I'm good or bring what you got.
Right. Or
And-
see that wheelbarrow? Load it up and bring it over here.
And bring it over and make sure you pull up my Uber on my phone so I can find it when we're done.
Exactly. Wow. Yeah. So moral of the story is there's a lot of hidden culprits there.
You know what I just thought of?
What's that?
I didn't get to make the point I wanted to make on the celebrity transformations.
Let's circle back.
Remember I said there's a point that
I remember you saying that, but then
bothers me the most?
I remember hearing you say that there's a point and then being doubtful that there was one. So then we just moved on.
Right, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. You figured you'd learn by now.
But now I'll allow it.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
What really bothers me about those celebrity transformations is later when you're bored, if you're sitting on the shitter or whatever, and you want to look it up, go to Instagram, find some of their before afters, and read the comments.
Oh,
They get fit shamed. You're a sellout.
people
You're a
shitting on them
sellout.
for
You're
losing
not
weight.
healthy now. You're a sellout. All you care about is what your looks.
You know who got that
It's terrible.
super bad was Lizzo. When she
Who got it the worst?
just for the mention of, I think I want to maybe not be this big anymore. I want to maybe do something a little bit healthier.
She was the most vocal in public about
She
it.
got
But you know
shat
who
on.
got just absolutely shit on the worst? Adele.
Oh yeah,
She got crushed.
right. Because you're allowed to be the chubby like opera singer.
Then you just love who you are.
Yeah, you can be that, and that's okay.
But if you succumbed to the societal pressures if you got fit.
I think also I think some people like they think, okay, well Adele's rich, she's super talented, you got enough.
Right.
Like now you're gonna be hot
You need
too.
to be the whole
You're gonna be hot
package.
too, bitch.
Right. You're gonna rub that in our face. I could relate to you when you were chubby. I knew that we had
You're gonna go and be hot now too. What a bitch.
I knew we had Taco Tuesday and a pound, a rack of them or whatever. I knew we had that in common. Now we got nothing in common.
Yeah.
I could relate to you.
There's some of that. There's some of that.
For sure there
I mean,
is.
it's such a double-edged sword because, okay, you think about like, I don't know, let's just use country, since we're talking about singers, I got one in mind in particular. Let's say you're, a music executive and you're going to, looking for the next country star. Well, in country specifically and pop, since most artists don't write their own stuff, you can literally pick out, okay, who can sing these songs? It looks the best because it doesn't matter if they have the songs or not.
Right.
Because you can pair them up with these songwriters and you got, so really you're just going based on like, okay, we need the next, good looking dude. We need a Luke Bryan. We need a Tim McGraw when he was younger, a Keith Urban, whatever.
Yeah.
But then, then you look at Luke Combs.
Wrote everything. Looks like a truck driver.
Super chubby.
Yeah.
But it just looks like a regular old dude, but he's selling out arenas.
And wouldn't have made it if it wasn't for YouTube.
Right. Now you think, okay, he somehow skirted around that system because of the power of his songs than just pure talent. Now I wonder if he went and got fit, if he went and got Chris Pratted.
Oh,
what would happen?
Glow up.
Yeah, if he glowed up, like what would happen because there's some of his fans who are just the beer drinking, like, types that are maybe chubby themselves are like, yeah, this guy's one of us. Would he lose a little bit of his street cred,
In that demo, I don't think so.
You wonder.
In that demo, I don't think so.
Because like Tim McGraw's freaking jacked.
Still.
He's like doing battle ropes outside of his tour bus and shit.
Right.
But he was never chubby
with
though.
that country
He was never
crowd,
chubby.
I don't think so.
You just wonder because it seems like such a double-edged sword. They want you to be, you got to be hot, and then you can't be. You'll never make it as a fat guy and as a singer. But then he makes it, and then he's like, you can't be skinny.
Right.
Just whatever you do, you're wrong.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's some of that. I mean, just no matter what happens, people are going to hate on it. That's just reality.
Just sing, clown.
Exactly. What a talented dude, though.
Oh, he's amazing. Have you ever heard his cover of Fast Cars?
That Tracy Chapman song? No, I haven't heard that.
God, you'll get goosebumps.
He's one of those guys where you can't even keep track of all his hits because he's got
it's every one.
Every other week there's a
He
new
just
song
rips it off and it's straight.
He
to
can
the
already
top.
put out like a greatest hits album.
Right.
It's only been around for like 3 years or something.
Yeah, and he just sits in his couch and just rips them off. I don't even think he writes it down.
Exactly. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up there. So make sure you're reading your labels and tracking all the shit if you care about it. That is.
And I know, you know what I noticed, that people are commenting a little bit, or maybe I'm just paying attention. But there's some comments on the YouTube.
Yep.
From people I don't know.
Some are total robotic spammers posting commercial spam.
I didn't see any of that.
And some people are real.
I saw some where that were like, one dude said, "Great show."
Yeah, one guy thought the evolution stuff was interesting.
Yeah.
Which I agreed.
Yep.
And I just said that we're both super fascinated with this
I didn't
kind of stuff.
think it was as hard hitting as I thought it was going to be.
No, we weren't.
I thought we were going to be super offensive.
No, I don't think so.
Either that or nobody's listening.
You want to piss more people off?
I just want them to fucking listen.
Just gonna try
I don't care
harder.
if they're mad.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up there. So if you're mad, let us know by sending an
Tell us,
email.
damn it.
Yeah, tell us. Comment on the YouTube channel or send an email to info@fitandfurious.com. Make sure you watch on YouTube. Subscribe to. We're like 108 subscribers. Triple digits, baby.
I had Mel register like 5 Gmails.
Hey, whatever works, man. Make sure you check us out anywhere audio podcasts are found: Apple, Google, Spotify, etc. Please subscribe, rate, review, and share. Go to FuriousMerch.com for t-shirts, and we will see you next week.